TradeSoft offers custom, make-to-order manufacturers a powerful, seamless platform to manage every aspect of operations. All of our applications are 100% integrated, meaning they share data stored in our powerful and scalable database. This saves time and money by eliminating redundant data entry, automating core business functions, and giving employees the tools needed to improve accuracy, efficiency, and decision-making as they estimate, plan, execute, track, and evaluate job outcomes. Three main applications comprise TradeSoft's comprehensive solution: ProjectPAK, ShopPAK, and SmartPart. ProjectPAK handles estimating and quoting. ShopPAK handles job management, scheduling, tracking, and job costing once a job is awarded. SmartPart handles part kitting, part tracking, assembly, staging, and damage part tracking. This video explores ShopPAK and how it seamlessly shares data with other TradeSoft products. First, let's review ShopPAK's key benefits. The automated order entry. ShopPAK manages myriad details about a job. It covers the entire lifecycle of a job, including setup, buying materials, tracking materials, collecting labor actuals, scheduling, job costing, inventory, shipping, and billing. The bottom line. Each job has a lot of data. If you had to enter all that data manually, it would be burdensome. Here's the good news: if you use ProjectPAK to estimate jobs, break out products, labor, subcontractors, and materials, then 98% of entering a new job is completely automated. Moreover, we've built interfaces to Cabinet Vision and Microvellum to retrieve finalized engineered products and material specifications, again, eliminating data entry. If you use a different engineering application, we have a powerful import capability built into ShopPAK to bring in the finalized material and product data using TradeSoft's seamless platform of manufacturing software. Means you never have to re-enter data, and you can use automation to improve synergy and efficiency across your entire operation. An intuitive interface and easy navigation. ShopPAK is easy to work with. Functions are laid out in a clear manner. You can tailor how menu choices are configured, and you can choose the look and feel of ShopPAK from dozens of different skins. Job costing is automated, real-time, and seamless. ShopPAK is all about comprehensive job costing. It automatically collects, compares, and displays costs and variance for the entire job, as well as any subgroup within a job. With this intelligence, you can easily diagnose why jobs ran over budget or were late. And if the problem was inaccurate estimating, you'll have the data to tune ProjectPAK estimating assemblies so they become more accurate and predictive over time. Powerful project management tools keep you informed and in control. ShopPAK is a project manager workbench. Myriad management tools are available to help a busy project manager stay on top of jobs, including alerts, milestones, action items, RFIs, transmittals, notes, job cost details, automated scheduling, and more. Seamless material management system. Managing materials is a huge challenge for a custom, make-to-order firm. ShopPAK is loaded with powerful tools to automate PO creation, and just as important, track, monitor, and manage POs after they've been cut. Ship ticket creation and validation. ShopPAK automates ship ticket creation and offers several tools for ensuring ship items and their respective quantities are staged and ready to be loaded onto a truck. AIA-style progress billing and regular invoicing. ShopPAK removes the hassle of creating an initial schedule of values and managing payment applications over several months. It remembers past invoice details and automatically generates the next application for payment based on % complete. Built-in financial accounting interfaces. ShopPAK communicates with several accounting packages and seamlessly sends accounting information according to each accounting package's import specifications. The three primary interface points include sending payroll transactions, sending accounts payable transactions, and sending accounts receivable transactions. When you launch ShopPAK, the home page appears. Recent records you've worked with are listed in the middle pane. For example, a job and a recent purchase order. Clicking a record immediately opens it so you can resume work. This is a real-time saver. Notice each record has an identifying icon that tells you what kind of record it is. The record icon correlates to its associated functional area, and clicking a function icon immediately brings up its associated window so we can work with any record of that type. The home page also lists new alerts that have been automatically generated for you. Alerts are one of ShopPAK's most powerful tracking and project management tools. Later in the demo we'll explain alerts in more detail. For now, let's open Job 225 by clicking on its record. The job view contains information specific to a job. One of ShopPAK's strengths is it can handle any size job. A job has 4 levels. At the very top is information concerning the entire job, and as you can see, this level is currently selected. Job details identify the job's ID, description, type, status, and customer. Job details identifies important dates and assigned employees. Job details contain billing information. And most importantly, key tracking percentages and target dates. The Tracking subtab contains detailed, real-time tracking information broken down by job item or work order. Milestones are used to manage key job events and dates by job item or work order. They are a powerful project management tool to keep a job on track and delivered on time. Action items are used to identify key, date-sensitive tasks. Purchase orders either show all POs for a job or filtered by a specific job item or work order. ShopPAK lets you create, track, and manage job transmittals and RFIs. Job costs provide real-time, up-to-the-minute details on key job costs. This dashboard is automatically refreshed from low-level transactions and events that occur throughout ShopPAK and its related applications. A key benefit of ShopPAK is automating progress billing. Let's explore the ShopPAK job hierarchy a little further. Under a job, you have one or more job items. A job item is essentially one chunk of a job that can be managed and tracked as a single item. They are very useful when managing a big job that spans several months or even years. Each job item has its own details and its own set of tracking percentages and key dates. Just like the overall job, a job item has its own real-time job cost dashboard, automatically refreshed from pertinent transactions and events that occur throughout the system. Under a job item, you'll find at least one, and perhaps several, work orders. In this example, the job item has 7 work orders. There are no limits to the number of job items, and within a job item, the number of work orders. Work order scope is quite flexible by design. A work order might batch several products together on one work order because they are similar in nature, or perhaps share the same release and/or ship date. Or a work order might just have one product, for example, a custom one-off reception desk. It really comes down to how you want to manage and release work to both front office and shop employees. Just as we've seen at the job and job item levels, selecting a work order displays all of the information associated with that work order. The work order is by far the most important object in all of ShopPAK. For it is at the work order level that a job is subdivided, planned, executed, tracked, and job costed. A work order is a traveler that is routed through departments so employees know what their work assignments are, and vitally important for tracking and job costing, what to log their time against. It's easy to set up the layout and what you want to include on a printed work order. Employees either scan the work order barcode or enter the work order number when they log labor actuals against a work order, or when they apply inventory materials to a work order. It is that easy to collect all relevant costs associated with a work order. Work orders are defined as either being part of the original job, a change order, or a special rework work order. Tracking status lets you see exactly where the work order is at in its life cycle. ShopPAK communicates work order status visually in the job tree. 5 work orders are currently pending, work order 765 is being engineered and work order 767 has been released to the shop floor. This is really handy because you can see each work order status by just looking at the job tree. Project Pack and ShopPAK are linked via the shared database. Here are the Project Pack estimates hours allocated to the work order. If needed, you can increase or decrease estimated hours in ShopPAK. Note, this doesn't change the corresponding Project Pack estimated hours. Estimated hours are used for scheduling and for job cost variance reporting. Actual hours are automatically updated as labor actuals are collected and approved. As we saw with job and job item, a work order's key tracking percentages and dates are shown. Product grid identifies the products that have been batched together on the work order. Since we identified products when estimating the job in Project Pack, all of the grid information is automatically created for you. Products are also shown in the job tree underneath their work order. Clicking on a particular product in the job tree displays the product's details. Work orders are routed through various departments. The scheduling grid is where you plan, display, and track key department scheduling information and dates. Since we estimated labor when estimating the job in Project Pack, all the grid information is automatically created. ShopPAK comes with a built-in scheduling tool that calculates department start and finish dates. Built-in work order scheduling works backward from work order ship date, calculating each department's start and finish dates based on estimated department hours. It assumes sufficient resources are available to do the work in each department. This usually works for smaller shops that single-thread jobs. However, for medium to large shops working several jobs concurrently, we recommend purchasing the ShopPAK Scheduler application. It schedules work based on resource skill and availability. The scheduler uses a powerful, resource-constrained scheduling engine that determines accurate start and finish dates based on the reality of what's going on in your front office, shop floor, and job sites. It is 100% integrated with ShopPAK, eliminating data entry. This is a huge benefit over standalone scheduling programs that require a lot of time to set up jobs, and continually update percent complete, changing estimated hours, and take actual hours into account. Moreover, the scheduler's finalized production scheduling dates automatically flow back to ShopPAK, updating all levels of the job with the new scheduled start and finish dates. You can set up multiple calendars to handle different shifts, identifying which employees work in a particular shift. The scheduler is aware of holidays, vacations, and planned overtime as it schedules work. A key benefit of the scheduler is it takes skill and employee availability into account when scheduling employees. It doesn't assume anything. It knows, and thus generates a very accurate schedule based on reality. The scheduler understands the sequence of how work orders are routed through departments, as well as department capacity and constraints. If you use the scheduler to schedule work, it automatically refreshes schedule and ship dates at the department level, and write up the entire hierarchy of work order, job item, and overall job level. ShopPAK lets you break down a department into one or more operations. This is handy if you want to track and collect labor actuals at the operational level, as opposed to the broader department level. Since we estimated labor when estimating the job in Project Pack, all of the grid information is automatically created. Each department must have at least one operation, but if needed, you can create any number of operations under a department. This is necessary when you want to collect labor actuals at a finer degree of granularity. In this example, there's no need to break the prelam, panel saw, CNC, and edge banding departments into multiple operations. These operations have a one-to-one correspondence with their respective department. On the other hand, the assembly department is broken down into 4 distinct operations: cabinet, drawer, countertop, and custom. As labor actuals are collected, ShopPAK automatically and seamlessly updates the entire job tree. The material requisition and status grid shows all of the materials needed to fabricate the work order's products. Since we identified material and hardware when estimating the job in Project Pack, all of the materials shown on the grid are automatically created for us. This is a huge time saver as we begin to analyze and start purchasing materials. ShopPAK has 2 flavors of materials, job-specific and stock. job-specific materials are unique to a job. There is no need to create inventory items for materials of this type. They are automatically costed back to the job either upon receipt, when the PO is closed, or when the PO is reconciled against the vendor invoice. Stock materials, on the other hand, are materials commonly needed for lots of jobs. By tapping into ShopPAK's powerful inventory system, you'll have extra tracking, costing, and management tools, while at the same time greatly reducing physical inventory counts. In a typical make-to-order firm, estimated material and certainly order quantity is subject to change as work orders are engineered, materials are optimized, and value engineering takes place. When a job is converted from Project PAK over to ShopPAK, the Project PAK estimated materials and order quantities are what is seen in the grid. Thus, they need to be updated to match finalized engineered bill of materials. ShopPAK gives you several options. You can change estimated quantity directly on the grid. You can copy new materials from either the Project PAK library or ShopPAK inventory system. Not only can you add new items, you can replace existing materials from the library or inventory system. A huge time saver is having ShopPAK not only swap out materials on the current work order, but swap out materials for all work orders under a job item or throughout the entire job, with one mouse click. If you use Microvellum or Cabinet Vision to produce your finalized bill of materials, you can totally automate the process by pulling data and changes directly from Microvellum or Cabinet Vision. ShopPAK users save on average 30 minutes per work order by using TradeSoft's MV-Link or CV-Link to automatically update the ShopPAK bill of materials, so they match finalized engineering bill of materials. If you use another program to finalize bill of materials, that is no problem. ShopPAK has a built-in import capability that speeds updating and syncing the materials grid. The materials grid has two important jobs. First, it identifies the complete bill of materials needed to fabricate a work order's products. And second, it automatically updates material status as materials are purchased, received, reconciled, and reserved. So the materials grid is both a planning tool as well as an important management tracking tool when it comes to POs and inventory reservations. For example, ShopPAK automatically shows the latest status of materials that have been ordered or reserved. Once the work order's bill of materials is finalized, we are ready to tap into ShopPAK's powerful PO Builder capability. PO Builder is ShopPAK's unique purchasing tool that quickly and easily generates purchase orders. And in the case of stock items, creates reservations against available inventory, or if inventory is too low to address material needs, creates stock reorder POs. Decide how you want PO Builder to organize inbound materials. You can group by material, by work order, or by vendor. You can filter inbound materials by stock items and/or non-stock items. ShopPAK gives you additional filtering options to further filter the list of inbound materials you want to process. Since we told PO Builder to sequence by job, ShopPAK lists all of the jobs that have at least one material flagged as ready for PO Builder. Within each job, ShopPAK groups inbound material by job item and within job item by work order. This gives the purchaser the option of buying all instances of a material for the entire job, for an entire job item or for a particular work order with just one mouse drag and drop. If we had sequenced the tree by vendor, we could buy all materials associated with a particular vendor again with just one mouse drag and drop. And last, if we had ordered the tree by material, we could buy a particular material for all jobs that need that material. Notice that we don't stock this particular Accuride slide. It is a job-specific direct purchase item. Let's create a PO for the Accuride soft close slides. We need 120 pairs. We purchased this slide from a couple of suppliers. Let's buy from Quarterco. Creating a new PO or adding a material to an existing PO is easy. Just drag the item onto the PO items grid. Just like that, ShopPAK has created a new PO. Number 651 for Quarterco. Request by date is required, so let's fill it in. The PO has one PO item and we see that the entire 120 slides have been allocated to work order 765. Since we are buying for work order 765, this makes total sense. But if we had a different purchasing scope, let's say purchasing the slides for multiple work orders, then ShopPAK would have created multiple job rows that allocate the correct quantity to each work order. And this is a huge benefit to you. It means you can order more on a single PO and not worry about breaking things out for costing purposes. ShopPAK does this automatically for you. Moreover, increasing PO total amount means you may be eligible for receiving a break on shipping costs, as well as having fewer POs to track and manage. Notice how PO Builder zeroes out the quantity and colors the material quantity red. This indicates that this material need has been met. If we refresh the material tree, you'll no longer see the Accuride soft close slides listed since the material has now been placed on a PO. Let's select a stock material that corresponds with an inventory item so we can demonstrate how easy it is to create a reservation. Since we stock 1x4x10 particle board, the inventory window shows us the current counts. Work order 765 requires 97 sheets of particle board. We currently have 176 available in inventory. By clicking the Reserve Inventory button, ShopPAK creates the inventory reservation of 97 sheets and updates inventory counts accordingly. On-hand reserved increases from 129 to 226 sheets. Generally available decreases by 97 sheets down to 79. Once the purchasing agent has processed all of the inbound material needs via PO Builder, they are ready to launch the purchasing window where they change PO status from pending to open and email POs to vendors. But before we do that, let's take a peek at how PO Builder has automatically updated work order 765's material status grid. Accuride slides now show the PO number, PO status, date ordered, and quantity ordered. And particle board now shows the inventory reservation. Let's go look at our Accuride slide purchase order in the purchasing window. We can use the purchasing window to automatically generate stock replenishment POs for inventory items at or beyond their reorder point, post and email POs to suppliers, print POs, add notes, and if needed, generate material labels so they'll be ready upon receipt of the shipment. Let's open the PO we just created in PO Builder and email it to the supplier. First thing, let's change status from pending to open. Next, choose the supplier contact we want to email. ShopPAK automatically creates an email and launches your email client. It generates a PDF of the PO and attaches it to the email. ShopPAK makes generating and tracking POs easy. Let's pretend a couple of days have passed and the shipment has arrived at the dock. The receiving window is very straightforward and easy to use. First, bring up the PO that matches the shipment. You can search by vendor or simply list all open and back-ordered purchase orders. Searching by the vendor quarter code means ShopPAK will find all open and back-ordered POs for that specific vendor. For each PO item, enter the quantity received, then click the Receive PO button. ShopPAK confirms that the PO has been received. It also updates the job information that 120 slides have been received for work order 765. ShopPAK has updated status to show the slides are now received and in-house. Since we've configured ShopPAK to cost job-specific materials when received, the job cost numbers have been updated to reflect this cost. To see material cost details, run the Direct Material Purchases report. ShopPAK has automatically logged the PO number, received date and cost allocated to the work order. Moreover, it has updated the work order's job item as well as the entire job's material costs accordingly. Let's open the received PO again. As expected, ShopPAK has updated the PO status from open to received. Once received, ShopPAK adds the Reconciliation tab to the window. Reconciliation is where we reconcile the vendor invoice against the PO. Enter the vendor invoice number and date. If we have the wrong vendor unit price, now is the time to fix it. Since ShopPAK is totally integrated with ProjectPAK, it searches if the PO item is tied to a ProjectPAK library item. And if so, asks if you want to update the library with the current price. As you can see, keeping supplier material costs up to date is just that easy. Okay. Now we're ready to reconcile. Let's shift gears from material costs to labor costs. Just as we've seen ShopPAK automatically cost materials back to a work order, ShopPAK does the same thing as labor costs are captured and approved. Let's release work order 765 to the shop floor. All captured time and attendance transactions as well as actual labor costs are sent to the time cards window. Time and attendance drive payroll while the actual labor costs drive job costing. Since front office personnel like PMs, engineers, bookkeepers, etc., have ShopPAK on their computers, they typically enter their time directly into ShopPAK via the time card window. Shop floor employees, on the other hand, don't have access to ShopPAK and instead will use shop floor data collection to log on and off of work orders. They never have to fill out a time card since shop floor data collection automatically captures and sends labor transactions to ShopPAK in real time. And if you have installers in the field, you can use ShopPAK Mobile on any smart device like a cell phone to capture time. Timely and accurate labor capture has never been this easy. Let's take a closer look at shop floor data collection. This is our easy-to-use shop floor capture program. Communicates with ShopPAK in real time. Let's clock in Brian Church. Since Brian hasn't clocked in for the day, only one button is visible. This is always the first step. Brian is now clocked in for payroll purposes. Next, he chooses what he wants to do, whether that is to log on to one or several work orders concurrently, review drawings, pick or return inventory materials, mark products as built and print product labels, or verify that a ship ticket has all of its products staged or on the truck. Let's say that Brian is about to cut sheet stock for work order 765. The work order screen displays released work orders. Our users often have shop floor employees scan the barcode work order to speed transactions and eliminate errors. However, many customers use touch screens to speed data entry. Data collection displays the associated work order's job information so the employee can confirm they've selected the right work order. If the employee wants more information about the work order, they press the status button. At the top of the screen, some of the work order's key information is displayed. Detailed department routing information is also shown. So at this point, we know who the employee is and what the work order they're working on. The last thing we need is what operation the employee is about to perform. If using barcode readers, the employee would scan the operation barcode either from the work order or from the operation barcode list report. Or they simply choose the correct operation from the window. Again, the selected department in operation is shown so the employee knows they've selected the correct department. That's it. In a matter of seconds, Brian has logged the work order and operation he is about to work on. In the background, ShopPAK keeps track of how much time Brian is spending on the task. Let's pretend that some time has passed and Brian comes back to the main screen to either clock out or log into another work order or operation. For this example, we've configured ShopPAK to give an employee the opportunity to give feedback on the task they just finished. Let's say Brian thinks he's completed 30% of the cutting for work order 765. We've configured our ShopPAK to automatically approve uploaded labor transactions. This means that the cost associated with the labor transaction is already added into the target work order as well as the work order's job item and overall job. ShopPAK updates actual hours and shows the new aggregate total. ShopPAK has also updated the work order job cost information. Again, we see how ShopPAK keeps everything in sync real time, as labor operations are captured, uploaded, and approved. As expected, the report shows the captured labor actuals transaction associated with Brian Church's panel saw task. When a work order's products are completely fabricated and ready to be shipped, it's time to create a ship ticket. If need be, you can always build a ship ticket from scratch, but the preferred method is to drive ship ticket creation from the work order product page. Use the ship item indicator to tell ShopPAK which products and loose material and hardware items need to be included on the ship ticket. ShopPAK finds the work order's job and creates a tree structure. Similarly, the blue box around the work order's product icons indicate they are completely built. Creating a ship ticket is a simple drag and drop operation. Once a tree item is dragged over, ShopPAK creates a new ship ticket and shifts focus to the Ship Items tab. For products, ShopPAK fills in ship quantity based on the built quantity column. For loose hardware and material, you'll set up how you want ship quantity calculated. In our example, we use material label quantity. ShopPAK fills in most of the shipper information automatically from the job record. The user updates the remaining fields as needed. ShopPAK generates a ship ticket as well as 2 reports for verifying products and loose material are staged and ready to load on the truck. And as we briefly mentioned when looking at the shop floor data collection application, it includes an automated ship ticket verification function that uses barcode scanners to ensure all the items are present for shipping. Let's generate a ship ticket. We've configured our ShopPAK to print 2 copies of the ship ticket. One for the office and the actual packing slip for shipment. There are many ways of customizing how a ship ticket looks. A popular one is grouping ship items by the room they are located in. Since ShopPAK and shop floor data collection are totally integrated, as you verify the shipment on the shop floor, the ship item screen is refreshed automatically in real time. When verifying items, initially every item is red. This indicates that not all of the item's quantity has been scanned. As product and material are scanned or you manually update the scan count on the screen, ship items are painted black once their ship quantity matches scan quantity. When a ship ticket is in the check load status, ShopPAK keeps you informed if any rows have a discrepancy between scan and ship quantity. Now let's mark all items scanned and checked. As expected, since scan counts now equal ship quantity, the rows are painted black. When the ticket is ready to ship, change the status to shipped. ShopPAK automatically changes the work order status from completed to shipped. Likewise, product icons are updated to show them as now being shipped. Before taking a quick look at Scoreboard, let's cover one of ShopPAK's most powerful management and tracking tools. Alerts inform you of important threshold and status events concerning your jobs, work orders, purchase orders, ship tickets, and billing. They're easy to set up and completely customizable to your exact needs. ShopPAK has 5 broad categories of alerts. Let's look at some event-oriented alerts. Choose the events you are interested in by checking them. For example, we've requested to be notified whenever product has been shipped for a job. Note, when you set up your alert profile, you choose if you want to be notified for all job-related activity or just the jobs you're the PM. Moreover, you tell ShopPAK if you want alerts emailed to you, and if so, the frequency of email alert notifications. Many alerts have parameters so you can really dial in when and how they fire. For example, the milestone alert lets you enter when you want to be alerted when a milestone's target completion date is approaching its due date. In this example, we want to be notified 5 days before the due date. There are about 100 distinct events you can tap into. ShopPAK lets you filter events by job, job item, work order, and product. Besides the option of having ShopPAK email alert notifications, you can also browse your alerts in ShopPAK's handy alert browser. As you saw a moment ago, we've set up our ShopPAK to alert us when product ships for one of our jobs. Let's filter by job ID 225 and see the alert that was generated when we created the ship ticket for job 225. Depending on the alert, ShopPAK displays relevant buttons so you can quickly open pertinent records. This brings us to the end of the ShopPAK demo. But before wrapping up, let's take a quick look at one of ShopPAK's most popular and most powerful companion application. Scoreboard takes ShopPAK data and lets you organize and analyze it in any way you want. Keep in mind that the data is live. Contrast this with generating a static ShopPAK report. 1 hour after producing the report, the information contained could already be out of date. This is never the case with Scoreboard and thus makes it the perfect tool for tracking status, dates, milestones, performance, bottlenecks, and key metrics. And a huge advantage Scoreboard has over static reports is that you can update the live information as well. This is why so many of our customers use Scoreboard for tracking and updating progress. Scoreboard organizes ShopPAK data into the following tabs: Jobs, Milestones, Job Items, Work Orders, Departments, Operations, Materials, Shipping, and Dashboard. Since time is short, we'll explore just the Jobs tab to see how easy it is to group, sort, hide, and filter ShopPAK records. Anything you do on the Jobs tab is also applicable for the other tabs as well. All active jobs are currently shown. Each row represents one job. As you can see, there's a lot of data. Scoreboard lets you easily create footers so you can sum, average, or highlight the minimum or maximum values for a particular column. Here, we are summing job sell price. In the Jobs view, Scoreboard not only shows you job level data, but work order counts by status and product counts and status for the overall job. If you want to dig deeper into what's happening within a job, simply expand the job. There is one job item for this job. Expanding the job item shows us its work orders. You can easily hide or display the data columns you are interested in. Check the columns you want to see. Uncheck the ones you want to hide. To reposition where a column sits, simply drag it left or right. Note that any change you make to a particular tab's data view is remembered across sessions. You can sort the grid by any column by clicking the black down or up arrow. A very powerful feature is filtering a grid by any set of values that exist within a column. For example, let's filter the grid so it only shows jobs in production. Scoreboard always shows the current filters in play. To go back to seeing all jobs, simply remove the filter. Next, let's group jobs by project manager. Grouping is simple. Just drag the column you want to group by into the grouping pane above. Scoreboard responds accordingly by grouping the jobs by PM. Let's add a subgroup to further group jobs by PM and job status. Now let's see the jobs assigned to DM that are currently in production. As you can see, Scoreboard makes finding, filtering, and grouping ShopPAK data easy. And remember, Scoreboard is more than a browser. You can also make changes to the database via Scoreboard. For more information on Scoreboard, please go to our website and navigate to the Scoreboard page. Thank you for taking time to learn about ShopPAK and its companion products. Part of our comprehensive manufacturing solution, ShopPAK will help you stay on top of shifting priorities, make better, more informed decisions, and help your firm be more efficient and profitable. If you have questions or you would like to schedule a live demo, please contact us.